On the field, NFL players stick to game plans, touchdowns, and the classic one game at a time mantra. But off the field, that's where the real playbook comes into play. From Patrick Mahomes turning a post-Super Bowl bash into a what happens in Kansas City stays in Kansas City moment, to Rob Gronkowski throwing beach parties so wild, even the sun needed a day off. And let's not forget Travis Kelce, orchestrating a surprise party so classified, Swifties are still out here connecting the dots. Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the NFL's most exclusive, top-secret parties. Let's begin with Patrick Mahomes' secret party in Miami, Florida. When you think of Miami, Florida, you think of sun-kissed beaches, vibrant nightlife, and the kind of parties that turn nights into legends. In 2020, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes added his own chapter to Miami's party lore. Fresh off a Super Bowl live victory, Mahomes hosted an after-party that was so exclusive. It wasn't just a celebration, it was an experience. And where else would it happen but Live nightclub? Located in the heart of Miami Beach, it's where the elite go to let loose. For Mahomes, it was the obvious choice, a venue that screams, "We just made history." On the night of the party, Live was a sea of red and gold, with Chiefs memorabilia draped across the walls and an energy that was off the charts. The club's reputation for opulence preceded it, but Mahomes elevated it to another level. And the guest list? It was a dream team in itself. NFL stars, Hollywood icons, influencers. It was a veritable hall of fame for good times. As the clock struck midnight, the doors opened to a select group of hand-picked guests. Among them was Mahomes' trusted teammate and all-around party maverick, Travis Kelce. If Kelce's touchdown celebrations are iconic, his dance moves are the stuff of viral dreams. And that night, he didn't disappoint. You can only imagine the occasional two left-foot moments he had while taking on the dance floor. Inside, the atmosphere was electric. The DJ, a maestro of the music world, had the crowd in a trance, spinning everything from chart-topping bangers to nostalgic anthems. Was it loud? Let's just say even Miami's iconic skyline was probably nodding along to the beat. But a party isn't just about the music, it's about the full experience. And Mahomes made sure no detail was overlooked. I mean, the drinks were next level. The bar served up cocktails that could have doubled as trophies, signature mixes inspired by the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory. This party was a well-earned celebration for Patrick Mahomes and his team after an intense season and a historic championship win. In Super Bowl Live 2020, Patrick Mahomes led the Kansas City Chiefs to a 31-20 victory over the San Francisco 49ers, securing their first championship in 50 years. Despite trailing by 10 points in the fourth quarter, Mahomes orchestrated 3 consecutive touchdown drives, including 2 touchdown passes to Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and Damian Williams that turned the game in the Chiefs' favor. He completed 26 of 42 passes for 286 yards, with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and added a rushing touchdown. His performance earned him the Super Bowl MVP award, making him the youngest quarterback to achieve both NFL MVP and Super Bowl MVP honors. And now, at the party, Kelce and his teammates danced, entertained, and mingled with the guests just to keep the party alive. Every party has its standout moments, and this one had them in spades. From impromptu dance-offs to heartfelt toasts, the night was a roller coaster of joy. At one point, Mahomes and his wife, Brittany Mahomes, shared a quiet moment amidst the revelry, reminding everyone that even in the glitz and glamour, love is what truly matters. And then there was Kelce, who decided the dance floor needed a little more flair. His rendition of a touchdown celebration to the beat of a chart-topping hit, pure gold. As the hours ticked by, it became clear this wasn't just a bash. It was a reflection of Mahomes' knack for bringing people together. The secretiveness added to the charm. In an age where every moment is shared online, Mahomes' Miami bash felt like a rare gem, intimate, unfiltered, and utterly unforgettable. As the last beats echoed through the nightclub and the lights dimmed, one thing was certain: this was no ordinary party. It was a celebration of life, triumph, and the magic of coming together. While Mahomes' party might have been underplayed, the next one was quite a splash of extravagance. Odell Beckham Jr. star-studded birthday party. NFL players don't just dominate on the field, they also know how to throw some of the most exclusive, high-profile parties imaginable. And when it comes to Odell Beckham Jr., his 31st birthday bash in New York City was a perfect example of that. The invite-only 90s-themed event brought together superstars from sports, music, and Hollywood for a night filled with flashing cameras, luxury, and one unexpected headline: Kim Kardashian. The party took place at WSA, City, a versatile cultural hub in downtown Manhattan known for hosting high-profile events, luxury dining experiences, and exclusive exhibitions. With its modern design and prime location, WSA has become a go-to destination for elite gatherings. Guests rolled up to a grand red carpet entrance, the kind that screams, "You've arrived." Outside, dazzling lights bathed the venue in an otherworldly glow, giving off vibes that hinted, "You're about to step into something unforgettable." Fittingly, Beckham made a grand entrance, fully embracing the 90s aesthetic in an unbuttoned black jacket, showing off his tattooed chest and setting the tone for the night's retro vibe. Kim Kardashian, arriving fresh from the CFDA Fashion Awards, turned heads in a gothic-inspired black leather dress alongside her close friend Lala Anthony, who wore an elegant black mini dress with matching opera gloves. But Kim wasn't just another guest. Her presence immediately reignited a major rumor. At the time, speculation was swirling that Beckham and Kim were hanging out and possibly dating. Their appearance at the same exclusive party only fueled the fire, sending social media into a frenzy. While neither of them addressed the rumors, the timing had people talking. Was this just a friendly invite or something more? Reports now suggest that whatever was happening between them has since fizzled out, but for that night, it was all anyone could talk about. But Beckham's birthday wasn't just about one viral guest. It was a powerhouse gathering of elite names. NFL stars like Saquon Barkley, Reggie Bush, and NBA players like PJ Tucker joined in the celebration, alongside an A-list lineup of celebrities including James Harden, Michael Rubin, Lori Harvey, Ashley Graham, Emily Ratajkowski, Winnie Harlow, Lil Baby, and Emma Chamberlain. Inside the venue, the energy was electric. Music blasted, people danced, and social media lit up with clips and photos from inside the exclusive event. While specific details about the food and drinks weren't publicly disclosed, one thing was clear: this was not your typical birthday dinner. But why should it be? Odell Beckham Jr. is one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the NFL. Since being drafted 12th overall by the New York Giants in 2014, Beckham has been a game changer, racking up over 7,987 receiving yards and 59 touchdowns. His one-handed catch against the Dallas Cowboys in his rookie season became one of the most iconic plays in NFL history, instantly cementing his status as a generational talent. That same year, he was named NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, setting the stage for a career defined by speed, precision, and highlight reel moments. Beyond his time with the Giants, Beckham has made an impact across multiple teams, including the Cleveland Browns, Los Angeles Rams, and Baltimore Ravens. In Super Bowl LVI, he played a crucial role in the Rams' championship victory, scoring a touchdown before suffering an injury that sidelined him for the rest of the game. Even with setbacks, his ability to command attention on and off the field has kept him a major figure in football and pop culture. So it's no surprise that when Beckham throws a party, it's not just a celebration, it's an event that brings out the biggest names in sports, music, and Hollywood. Now, who's ready to snag an invite to the next private party? Rob Gronkowski's parties. Rob Gronkowski, affectionately known as Gronk, isn't just famous for his record-breaking career with the New England Patriots. No, this charismatic tight end also holds the title of the NFL's unofficial king of parties. If touchdowns made him a star, his legendary parties made him a legend. But these aren't just any parties. They're immersive, electric, and unapologetically wild, just like the man himself. So, what makes Gronkowski's events the talk of the sports world? At Gronk parties, booming music shaking the ground is no strange thing. At night, neon lights illuminate an ecstatic crowd, and the air buzzes with the intoxicating mix of excitement and, well, probably some overpriced cocktails. This is the Gronk experience. Take Gronk Beach, for instance. During Super Bowl weekend in Miami, North Beach transforms into a 6-hour electronic music festival where sand becomes a dance floor, oversized beer pong takes center stage, and a mosh pit made of sand reminds you this is no ordinary celebration. But why stop there? Gronk parties are like the man himself. Extra in the best way possible. 6-foot-tall sand sculptures of Gronk, check. Beer cans as decorations, double check. A sandcastle in his image, triple check. It's like stepping into the mind of a frat boy with an unlimited budget and a sense of humor to match. Ever heard the phrase, opposites attract? Well, Gronk parties prove that everyone attracts. These gatherings bring together an eclectic mix of high-profile celebrities, fellow NFL stars, die-hard fans, and even the occasional curious onlooker. You might catch a glimpse of Patriots coach Bill Belichick, yes, that Belichick, attempting a casual mingle, a sight almost as rare as a Patriots Super Bowl loss during Gronk's heyday. But the real stars of these events are the fans, affectionately nicknamed Baby Gronks. Decked out in muscle tanks and pastel shorts, these loyal followers cosplay as their idol with hilarious dedication. Imagine hundreds of Gronk lookalikes doing keg stands and breakdancing. Now imagine Gronk himself joining them. Pure chaos and pure magic. Wherever Rob goes, the Gronkowski brothers follow. Gordy, Dan, Chris, and Glenn are the ultimate hype crew, amplifying the energy with their larger-than-life personalities. Better yet, their antics remind us that the Gronkowski gene pool is not just athletic, but also wildly entertaining. Together, they create an atmosphere where attendees feel less like partygoers and more like part of the Gronk family. Whether you're sipping cocktails in the VIP lounge or trying to win at oversized Jenga, it's all about connection and fun. A Gronkowski party doesn't just happen, it's engineered. Take the performances at Gronk Beach, for example. Artists like Flo Rida ensure the soundtrack is as electric as the atmosphere. Corporate sponsors like Monster Energy add a layer of opulence with branded lounges and VIP experiences that make attendees feel like royalty, albeit sweaty, sandy royalty. And let's not forget the beer and champagne showers. Gronk is no stranger to popping bottles, and when he does, it's a spectacle. The man doesn't just pour beer, he celebrates it, often spraying it onto the crowd like a victorious gladiator after a long battle. What's a party without a host? In Gronk's case, he's more than a host. He's the life of the party.
You got to perform. You got to perform in the Super Bowl. But this game is longer. This is a 6-hour party. The Super Bowl's 3 hours. So I'm actually in better shape coming into this party than playing in the game.
Whether he's posing for selfies, cracking jokes, or showing off his questionable dance moves, Gronk's energy is infectious. And just when you think he might wind down, he pulls out another surprise, a spontaneous game of flip cup, a conga line, or an impromptu dance-off. For those lucky enough to attend, these parties are the kind of stories you'll tell your grandkids, or maybe just your friends over beers. Because at the end of the day, who wouldn't want to experience the world through Gronk's rose-tinted sunglasses, even if just for a night? And if you're wondering whether Gronk will ever slow down, here's a hint: probably not. After all, you don't just retire from being Gronk. So, next time you hear about a Gronkowski event, grab your pastel shorts and muscle tank. You're in for a wild ride. Or maybe it could be a basement party like this next one. Von Miller's basement party. What happens in Von Miller's basement stays in Von Miller's basement, or so the legend goes. True to that belief, Von turned Club 58, a $1 million underground haven, into an exclusive nightlife hotspot. It's not just a basement, it's a state-of-the-art sanctuary where NFL players, celebrities, and music icons come together to unwind. Intrigued? You're not alone. As you descend the stairs to Club 58, the ordinary world fades away. The vibe? A perfect mix of luxury and chill, complete with dim lighting, plush seating, and a bar stocked with more high-end spirits than a 5-star hotel. It's like stepping into a private nightclub, but without the bouncers or Instagram paparazzi. The moment you enter, the energy is palpable. Poker tables and pool cues beckon to those seeking a friendly competition, while a state-of-the-art sound system pumps out beats that demand you hit the dance floor. Von Miller didn't just build a basement, he created an experience, a place where intense poker games lead to howling laughter and impromptu dance-offs become the norm. And don't think the entertainment ends there. Flat-screen TVs line the walls, ensuring no one misses a game or the latest music video. Imagine Odell Beckham Jr. cheering on a touchdown replay, while Migos provides a live soundtrack with their signature flair. It's part party, part sports haven, and all magic. Von Miller's guest list is as exclusive as his basement. Odell Beckham Jr., a close friend and frequent visitor, is often spotted mingling with teammates or busting a move on the dance floor. Migos, hip-hop royalty, have graced Club 58 with their electrifying presence, turning it into a hybrid of an NFL hangout and a backstage VIP room. Of course, no legendary party is complete without some wild tales. Take the infamous Halloween party, for example, a night that stirred up more than just the Broncos team dynamics. While details remain, hush hush, whispers of outrageous costumes and even wilder antics still float through NFL circles. These gatherings are more than just parties, they're bonding sessions. For players constantly in the public eye, this is their chance to relax and be themselves. Need proof? Look no further than the friendships formed here. From celebrating victories to nursing defeat, Club 58 has seen it all. And then there's the secrecy. Von Miller is no stranger to keeping things under wraps. In fact, it's rumored that his mother helps coordinate the invites, ensuring only the trusted make the cut. The exclusivity adds an irresistible allure, like an NFL version of Fight Club. Rule 1. You don't talk about Club 58, and who wouldn't want to sneak into that basement? But not every story ends with a celebratory dance-off. Sometimes the privacy of these parties stirs controversy. That infamous Halloween bash, it reportedly caused some friction among Broncos players. And let's not forget the media scrutiny that follows when high-profile guests leave just a little too loudly. At its core, Von Miller's basement is about more than the music, the games, or even the famous faces. It's about connection. It's a place where NFL players, worn down by grueling seasons and relentless public pressure, can feel normal again, where touchdown heroes and music icons bond over poker chips and shared laughs. And speaking of shared laughs, none could rival the ones that were shared at this next party. New York Giants Super Bowl after party. This after-party held in 2012 wasn't just a celebration, it was a coronation. After all, how do you top defeating Tom Brady and the New England Patriots on the NFL's biggest stage? You throw a party so grand that even Gatsby himself would have asked for an invite. Held at a pop-up version of New York's exclusive Greenhouse Club in Indianapolis, this night was a fusion of sports dominance, celebrity glamour, and unapologetic extravagance. The players, coaches, and an elite guest list made up of A-list celebrities poured into the venue. And speaking of electric pop sensation, Katy Perry made an entrance that could have lit up Times Square. Sporting hair dyed in Giants blue, she was the embodiment of team spirit, or perhaps team glitter. Can you imagine the selfies that were taken that night? Or perhaps not. We're betting phone bans were as strict as the game playbook. Every great party has a centerpiece, and this one was a Nebuchadnezzar of Armand de Brignac, Ace of Spades champagne. In simpler terms, a 15-liter bottle of bubbly is priced at a jaw-dropping $100,000. Victor Cruz, the then Giants' salsa dancing star receiver, had the honor of popping this extravagant bottle. For a guy who was making the NFL minimum for a second-year player, holding a $100,000 champagne bottle must have felt like being handed a gold-plated football. Do I drink it, save it, or sell it? Might have crossed his mind. If nothing else, it was an ironic symbol of how far Cruz had come, from undrafted free agent to the toast of the NFL. Of course, it wasn't all about star-studded guests and overpriced champagne, though there was plenty of that. This night was also about the team's camaraderie. Defensive end Justin Tuck took the spirit of celebration a step further when the team returned to New York, gifting every player a special edition engraved bottle of Johnny Walker Blue Label Scotch. Now, you'd think an engraved bottle of high-end Scotch would scream luxury, right? Well, not if you're defensive end Dave Tollefson. In a moment that became the butt of locker room jokes for weeks, Tollefson, blissfully unaware of the Scotch's pedigree, mixed it with Coke. Yes, Coke. Imagine bringing a vintage bottle of wine to someone and watching them ask for a straw. While luxury and laughter dominated the night, the party's heart lay in the team's shared triumph. The Giants had climbed the NFL mountain together, and this celebration was as much about that bond as it was about flashy guests and opulent gifts. For every high-profile celebrity mingling at the bar, a teammate was reminiscing about grueling practices and nail-biting games. However, later in the night, as the party wound down and players headed back to their hotels or wherever the night took them, the memories of that celebration were etched into NFL folklore. Sure, the highlights might have included Katy Perry's Giants blue hair and a champagne bottle that could have fed an entire village, but what lingered was the essence of the evening, a celebration of the improbable, the unforgettable, and the victorious, just like what was felt at this next party. Reggie Bush Bachelor Party. The scene was set at Las Vegas's Encore Beach Club, a playground for the elite and notorious, where exclusivity meets indulgence. On a balmy Saturday night in April 2015, the venue buzzed with anticipation as NFL star Reggie Bush arrived to celebrate a friend's bachelor party. Known as much for his jaw-dropping touchdowns as his larger-than-life personality, Bush was ready to put on a show that would rival his highlight reels. But hold up, this wasn't just another night in Vegas. This was a spectacle, a peek inside the secret world of NFL player parties, where champagne flows like water and star-studded guest lists are just part of the deal. In a private cabana overlooking the packed pool party, the guest list was stacked. ESPN NFL commentator Dante Stallworth, famous for his sharp football analysis and equally sharp suits, was seen mingling with the crowd. And then there were Les Twins, the dancing phenoms who've shared stages with Beyoncé herself. With these two in the mix, you knew the dance floor would be lit. Imagine the pressure of dancing near Les Twins. One misstep and you're a meme by Monday. This wasn't just any cabana, it was luxury on steroids, picture-plush seating that could make even a millionaire jealous, ambient lighting soft enough to flatter every angle, and a staff so attentive they'd probably refill your drink before you realized it was empty. It was like being at the Oscars, except with fewer gowns and more swimwear. As the sun dipped below the Vegas skyline, the energy shifted into overdrive. World-renowned DJ David Guetta took control of the decks, unleashing beats so electrifying they might have powered the entire strip. Bush, ever the life of the party, was soon in the middle of a dance circle led by Les Twins. Their moves were so captivating that even the wallflowers couldn't resist joining in. Can you even call it a party if Les Twins don't challenge you to a dance-off? The highlight of the evening was as over-the-top as you'd expect from an NFL star's party. The legendary Baywatch champagne shower. A nod to the iconic Baywatch series, this wasn't just a toast, it was a tidal wave of bubbly. A colossal 3-liter bottle of Veuve Clicquot Yellow Label stole the spotlight, but let's be honest, no one wanted to waste the good stuff. Instead, the guests got doused in house champagne, ensuring the premium drink was savored while the partygoers gleefully soaked in the moment. While Reggie's party was iconic, the next might just prove to be something else. It was spectacular in all aspects. Travis Kelce's surprise party for Taylor Swift. When NFL tight end Travis Kelce decided to honor Taylor Swift at the end of her record-breaking Eras tour, he didn't settle for flowers or a dinner date. No, Kelce went full throttle, like he was running a game-winning route, throwing an extravagant surprise party fit for a pop queen. It was an event dripping with secrecy, grandeur, and a touch of Swiftian magic. The idea came to Kelce after Swift's Eras tour, grossed a jaw-dropping $2.1 billion, cementing her place as a global superstar. Kelce wasn't just celebrating her professional triumphs, he wanted to showcase his admiration in a way that screamed, "I get you." But how does one surprise someone as iconic as Taylor Swift, whose fan base could rival a Super Bowl audience? Step 1. Secrecy. With the help of Swift's close-knit circle, Kelce initiated what can only be described as a covert operation. Friends, family, and even his teammates became accomplices, sworn to secrecy tighter than an NFL playbook, code names, encrypted texts, and a venue booked under an alias. The theme? A nostalgic homage to Swift's musical journey. Each corner of the venue was a love letter to the Eras tour, with details so precise it felt like stepping into her discography. From the evermore green capes to the faux cleaning cart from backstage, no stone or lyric was left unturned. And then there was the pièce de résistance, the 22 hat moment. Swift, known for gifting a lucky fan a black fedora during her song 22, found herself on the receiving end this time. Kelce, ever the romantic, planned to hand her the final 22 hat as a symbol of closing one chapter and starting another. But how did Taylor miss a hint of all this? Well, it wasn't easy. However, Travis, Patrick, and Brittany executing this elaborate plan without tipping off Swift was close to pulling off a last-second Hail Mary. The big night arrived, and guests, decked out in outfits inspired by Swift's iconic eras, buzzed with anticipation. Brittany Mahomes rocked a sparkly fringed mini dress, embodying the Fearless album, while NFL players and celebrities mingled under dazzling lights. The atmosphere was electric, with live performances of Swift's hits and themed cocktails like Shake It Off Sour and All Too Well Old Fashioned. When Swift walked through the doors, expecting a quiet dinner, she was greeted by a thunderous cheer. Her face lit up, and for a moment, the global superstar was simply a woman deeply touched by her boyfriend's thoughtfulness. The party wasn't just about Swift, it was a night of pure joy for everyone. NFL stars, celebrities, and Swift's closest friends hit the dance floor, their glowing bracelets twinkling like a constellation. As the night drew to a close, it was clear this wasn't just a party, it was a tribute to love, friendship, and the end of a historic tour. For Swift, it marked a celebration of her journey and the beginning of a new chapter. For Kelce, it was his way of saying, "I see you, I love you, and I'll always celebrate you." If you enjoyed watching this video, check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.